Today I'm planting my tomato starts that I started from seed back in March, actually the beginning of March, and they're really outgrowing these little pots that they're in, so I really need to get them in the ground. So this is going to be my cherry tomato bed. I've got 6 different varieties, all different colors of cherry tomatoes, and pear tomatoes that are going to be going into this area here. So I was going to do 3 across, but I'm finding that I have more room to go 3 this way. So I'm just going to use my yardstick here to measure out so that we get these spaced evenly. Instead of using scissors to cut holes in this, I'm actually going to burn through it. So I have a torch here that I'm going to use to burn a hole in this cloth to make it a little bit easier and it'll be more round. Okay, now that we have our holes, we can start digging. And I've got a little trowel here. I'm going to put my gloves on. I've got a tarp here to put the dirt on so we don't get the dirt all over the weed cloth. Okay. And I'm also using a good fertilizer. So this is Trifecta from M.I. Gardener. And it's an organic, all-natural fertilizer. So I just grab a handful. He recommends about 1/4 of a cup per plant. And I've been fertilizing them with this in the starts too. So I'll add a little bit more soil and just kind of mix it around. And another one I have is crushed eggshell. This will add some calcium. So I just add a little bit to the hole and mix that around. Alright, so let's start with the yellow gooseberry. So this is a yellow cherry tomato. I've never tried any of these varieties before, so this is all new. I like to experiment with different varieties. So before you put it in the ground, you'll need to take off the bottom stems. And you'll see this is quite root bound. So if you have a root bound plant like this, you'll need to break up the roots. And like I said, when you plant this deep down, anything underground will grow roots on the stem. So that'll make your plant nice and healthy. Okay, that should be good. We'll just stick it in the hole, and then add our dirt back in. And if you need to, you can remove more stems. And also I noticed that this one has a sucker, which is the growth that goes between 2 main stems. So you want to cut those off. And there's one. Another option, this one has tomatoes, flowers on it already. So one thing you can do also is cut the tomatoes off, or the tomato flowers off, and that'll give it more roots as well. So I already cut some of them off, but I left a little patch of them on. And we'll put our label in so we know what it is. A white cherry tomato. So next we'll do black cherry. Traditional red Washington cherry. Okay, the last 2 I have are pear tomatoes. I have a yellow and a red. You gotta get these watered in. The tomatoes don't like to be watered from the top, so I'm just watering the base. And this hardware cloth does allow drainage, so the water will soak through the hardware cloth when it rains. That a bee's already on my tomato flowers.